I am live from the St. Lawrence Market neighborhood. And my apologies, guys. That was a bit of a mess up in terms of starting the live stream. And thank you so much, Ram Pratt. I did notice you prior to shutting it down, but I am here on Front Street this evening, guys. I was here earlier to do a pre-recorded. This is an impromptu live stream, but I was live last Sunday, so I don't know how impromptu it is. Hello again, Stephen. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. I didn't feel confident starting my live stream 2 minutes ago. I had to tinker with something. Hey, how's it going there, Nature Explorer? I am in the St. Lawrence Market neighborhood this evening, guys. I was down here earlier doing a pre-recorded. You know what? Let's go have a look at the Flatiron Building that is undergoing some restoration. I'm walking on the boulevard here. Hope you guys are doing well this evening. I would say second last Sunday before the little people and the bigger people have to go back to school, getting ready for fall and the new season. Oh, this is your neck of the woods, Stephen. I love this neighborhood. Such a great neighborhood in Toronto. And it has such a rich history, too. So let's go have a look at the restoration of the Flatiron Building before I wander around for a little bit here. Oh, really? Oh, that's a nice little spot to be living. How's it going, Dave, in Bangor, Maine? We got an ambulance going by here. Hope you're doing well, Dave, in Bangor, Maine. So as you can see, guys, the Flatiron Building, which is a landmark here in the St. Lawrence Market neighborhood, is undergoing restoration. It was built back in 1892. So obviously it does need a fixer-upper indeed. I hate these lights here. It's like some are red, some are green. Oh, the glass building on the right. My right or your right there, Stephen? Is it that one there? Good to hear that, Dave. Is that the glass building there, Stephen? That's a nice building. Or perhaps it's this one above the Rexall. Good to hear that, Dave. Now the light has turned green. Thank goodness. I'm going to walk down Church. I'm at the corner of Front and Church, the Flatiron Building. Oh, further down across from the park. Well, I guess I could check out the park. Screw this light. I'm sorry, guys. I can't wait. Like, it drives me nuts waiting for a light. Further down across from the Park. Well, you know what? I'm just going to have a look at Berczy Park here, the dog fountain. Might as well. I'm in the area. The Flatiron bar is just downstairs here. Smells like piss. So on the back of the Flatiron Building is a beautiful mural, and this mural was completed a few years ago, and it's actually an exact replication of the building across the street, which I will take you over to. But I just want to give a shout out to the artist. Where's that historical sign? Oh, it's hidden behind the bush here. Oh, 30 Wellington. So this Flatiron mural was created by a Canadian artist, Derek Bosson, and it was put here back in 1980, and it's actually a replication of a building that is across the street here. Let me get further away. I'm like standing right under it. Like, how's anyone going to see it if I'm like right I'm right under it, guys. I'm right under it. But now I'm not right under it. I'm right over here. Let's have a look. And welcome, everybody. This is Once Upon a City. I am live in the St. Lawrence Market neighborhood. There is the mural by Derek Bosson. A beautiful addition to this little park here where the dog fountain is. But that mural is actually an exact replication of this building here across the street on Front Street. Let's go have a quick look at the water fountain with all the little dogs. Wellington's a nice little stretch too there, Stephen. Anywhere in the downtown core, generally, especially this area, is really nice. There you go, guys. There's the dog fountain. And the Google building in the background. Another Google building. They have one out in Kitchener, but here's one in Toronto if you didn't know. And I wouldn't have known if I wasn't looking up that that was a Google office there. Hey Brad, how's it going? Tested 1, 2, 3. Tested 1, 2, 3. Let's go have a look at the hands coming out of the ground here. It's quite an interesting piece of artwork here. And the gentleman who created these hands here, they're called Jacob's Ladder by Louis Jacob. And they're really almost life-size, these hands. It's like really interesting. Oh, really? Oh, well, that's a great spot to reside, Stephen. So these here are really big. How about I turn the camera around and give you a sense of what I look like today, and perhaps the size of these hands behind me. See, they're pretty big, guys. They're pretty big. Thank you everybody so much for hopping. I don't even know what I'm doing here with my collar. Thank you everybody so much for hopping in on this live stream in Toronto. I'm in the St. Lawrence Market neighborhood in the city on this quite pleasant, except for those flies, quite pleasant Sunday early evening here. It's a great area, Stephen. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this walk this evening. Thanks, everyone. Let's see how long. So I was like getting on this live stream tonight, guys, and I'm like, you know what? Try to keep my mouth a little bit cleaner than the other live stream that I did the other night, which I don't regret. I don't regret what I said. I stand by every word. But I was like, you know what? Let's see how long I can go without swearing. Let's see. Let's see. No, I've never been to Lindsay, Brad. So I said, you know what, I'm going to watch my mouth, perhaps. See how long I can go. But in any event, when I did enter the park, it did smell like pee, and I think is piss even a swear word? Anybody? Let me know if it's too dark, guys. I'll lighten it up a bit for you. Yeah, I hate when car alarms go off. It's so annoying. Like, in my building, my window faces downtown Toronto, but it also faces a parking lot. And I swear to God, these people are always, I don't know, like they let their alarms go off. And the other day I heard a commotion in the parking lot just outside my window, and this one guy was so tickled pink that this tenant or visitor had parked in his parking spot. He literally boxed her in, like keeping her hostage. Like, buddy, if you want your parking spot back. And I looked out the window. She was definitely wanting to get out of there, but she couldn't because he boxed her in. Anyways, I won't tell you the end to the story, but he ended up getting out of her way. Like, you can't keep people hostage just because they took your parking spot. Let me know if I'm buffering, guys. I'm going to walk over to St. James Park, one of the oldest cathedrals in the city, just north on Church Street here. See, now I got lost because I wanted to show something else, but no matter. There's plenty of time. I'll show it another day. I hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. Not much traffic happening here, and as I make my way north here on Church up to King, I thought that car was coming. It's not, so I can just zigzag here along a very traffic-free road.
And I don't think one person.
I don't know what you're talking about, Carly. I don't know what you're talking about. I say love who you want to love. Love who you want to love. Are they filming a movie over there? What's going on over here? Oh, now I'm a nosy little bugger. I'm a nosy little bugger, guys. I'm gonna see what they're doing over here. Within reason, right? Like, if they tell me to bugger off, I'm gonna bugger off. But they generally do movies on the weekends in Toronto. So these are, it says potties on location, and I'm getting the sense that these are trailers for perhaps a movie they were filming earlier or now, I don't know. Screw it. I'm just going to walk through this little section and see. Look at the mural on this wall. It's so pretty. Look at the flowers. Let's cross the street here. It looks like it is blocked off for some sort of movie. They've got pylons here. And they're probably filming inside of that building there. I'm not sure if I can walk over there. It's called the Piano. Looks like they're going inside the Piano. And this is a historical building too. Look at this. Oh, screw it. These ladies are busy taking a selfie over there. Perhaps I can squeeze my butt in and sneak through here. So this restaurant here is the Piano. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, isn't that nice? Oh, it is a movie. Did you look it up there, Vasily? Or not Vasily. Don't mention that goof's name on my channel, guys. I was calling somebody else Vasily. You're definitely not that nerd. Yeah, look it up for me if you will, if they're filming a movie here. I don't know what they're doing. I'm looking for them. I'm looking for these movie people. Well, it looks like they're done for the day. Perhaps not. I don't know. I'll just keep walking along this stretch here and see what's happening. And these are really historical buildings here. Hey, John Smith, how's it going? Hope you're having a good weekend. I'm in search of where they're filming this movie right now. They've blocked off a little bit here. I don't know. Like, anyways, I don't see any movie happening, but you know what, guys, I am going to head over to St. James Park over on King and Church. Starline Productions. Getting a refill there. Oh, this is nice. The King Edward Hotel. So I'm just at the back of the King Edward Hotel here. Yeah, perhaps. There's somebody watching the trailers here, so perhaps. And Toronto is generally used as a movie they call Toronto Hollywood North because of how cheaper it is to film in the city here, and how a number of the streets in Toronto could easily pass as a number of cities in the United States. So now I'm going to walk back. Got distracted there by all those trailers. Some movie set happening there. So I'm going to make my way back over to Church and King, where St. James Park is this evening. Murdoch Mysteries. Oh, really? Oh, I watched that guy. There's a gentleman, his channel's called Old Toronto. I think it's Old Toronto Series. And I think he's like I never watched the Murdoch Mysteries, but the only reason I'm aware of it is because I watch this guy's channel and he talks a lot about Old Toronto, and I really enjoy it. There is St. James Cathedral, one of the biggest one of the bigger cathedrals and oldest in the city here, guys. Another light. Another. I don't know. I don't know. That guy's just sitting there waiting for something. I don't know what he's waiting for, but I'll walk through St. James Park. No worries. Such a beautiful building. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. Hey, how's it going, Adam? Was able to catch your premiere earlier today, and what an enjoyable premiere that was at Hidden Jackpots. And Dave and Bangor Maine posted some videos yesterday as well. Let's keep helping out Dave and Bangor Maine and Hidden Jackpots. He put out a great premiere, and I don't want to give any spoiler alerts, so you got to go check it out yourself. And if you're into the history of cities or into just learning more about Niagara Falls, Ed Hidden Jackpots is a great ambassador for that. So go ahead and check him out if you like. If you wanna. If you wanna. The bells have already gone off. The bells are going off, Nature Explorer. They are. What time is it? Perhaps it's 8 o'clock. Okay, guys, I don't really want to give you too much information, but the reason I was downtown today was I was doing a pre-recorded story on Toronto's rich history. But seeing as how I don't think there are content creators who tell stories the way I do, or fumble or stumble or whatever the hell I do here, guys. So I can give you a little sneak peek. Should I? What the hell? So anyways, I was over here today because at one time the city of Toronto was dominated by horses as a way of transporting people and goods. And in front of me here is one of the remnants of when horses used to dominate the streets of Toronto. And that's all I'm going to say, guys. I'll be putting out that pre-recorded video this week. Now let me stop getting myself distracted and go have a look in St. James Park. Thank you so much, Dave. Yeah, it's, with everything that's going on in the city, like, it's getting harder and harder to find. Like, there's a lot of old buildings and older sort of monuments in Toronto, but as Toronto evolves, it's, you know, like I said a while back, you know, this is the best time to be documenting really any city in North America, but Toronto especially, because Toronto is undergoing so much change. Thank you so much, Dave. Much appreciated, sir. We got a few folks here sitting down. And, oh, geez. Every time I go through this park, I can't remember the gentleman's name, but this is actually where they had the tiny, tiny mobile homes. I forget what his name was. Was it Sam? Anyways, he has a channel, Tiny, Tiny Homes. And he had a couple of mobile homes sitting here in St. James Park. And there were a number of people living in this park, a number of unhoused individuals residing in this park with tents, but you don't see the tents. And you don't see the tiny, tiny mobile homes either, because Mayor Olivia Chow, rather than spend our money, well, some of us would agree with her. So, you know, apparently the majority of Torontonians voted for this lady. So, you know, you get what you vote for, right? You get what you ordered, but I didn't order her. I didn't order her. So she spent money, taxpayer money, to remove the tiny, tiny mobile homes here that were shelter for people who are unhoused for whatever reasons. I don't give a poop what reasons led to them being unhoused in a country and a city as rich as Toronto. You know, everybody has a right to a home. In fact, I think the Prime Minister, who some of us don't like, before this one, Carnage Carney, we had another Prime Minister, but he declared that housing is a right. And I totally agree with that. I totally agree. Yeah, thank you so much, Hidden Jackpots. Thank you so much for putting that up. You know what, Stephen? I'm kind of feeling defeated with the Honey and Barry Sherman case, because a lot of the information is like, you can find it on YouTube. There's a number of people putting out videos. I really hate those AI videos. So like yesterday I was looking at somebody who had posted a video on the Barry and Honey Sherman murder, and they're like, we will tell you what happened. And they basically said, you know, that it was a personal targeted execution, and that the people involved were hired by somebody who was more than, you know, a business person or an acquaintance. It would have been somebody who was known to the Shermans in a very familiar way, if you get what I'm saying, like a family member, like maybe an in-law. These are all allegations, because I don't need Jonathan Sherman pulling out his big checking account and suing me for telling this story. Let me know if I'm buffering, guys. Where shall I go? Where shall I go? I don't want to lose this signal. So how about I walk up church? And you know what, guys? I don't know if anybody knows, if anyone lived in Toronto back in the 80s and 90s, this condo here at Adelaide and Church, used to be a Goodwill store. It actually used to be a Goodwill store. And just down the street there, oh my God, I'm burning up. And just down the street there, they used to have a section in Goodwill on the bottom level. And you could buy like a crap load of clothes for like $1. Like it was $1 a pound. But now it's a big condo. Damn, I'm burning up. Damn. I got this shirt on sale, but holy shoot. Casey, I'm trying not to swear, guys. Try not to swear. Let me know if I'm buffering. Friends. YouTube friends. Okay, move it, lady. Keep walking. Keep walking. It's like, who are you talking to? I'm talking to myself, buddy. Yeah, but that's going way back, Adam. Like, that's going way back. Like I said, the 80s and 90s, right? You're not going to find that now. You are definitely not going to find those kind of deals now. As I walk along church here, Coming up on Richmond, we have the stinks Mystic Muffin on the corner. The smell coming out of the sewers is, man, it stinks. Hey, how's it going, Jim? Good to see you, Jim. Guys, I'm gonna make a left on Richmond here. Let's just do a left on Richmond. This street reminds me of Montreal with the one-way street. Cars are only allowed to go one way here, and you've got a bike lane on your right. This is called, interesting, this is called Central Fire Station Lane. That's quite interesting. Good to see you, Jim. Hope all's going well for you. And for everybody else who's hopped in on this live stream in the city by choice or just by, I don't know, choice, support, boredom, or one of you nasty little trolls are looking to. And I appreciate that, you nasty little trolls. Let's get my butt back over to the more foot traffic areas in downtown right now. I was thinking of starting a segment on my channel. I don't know. Like, let me throw it out there, guys. Let me throw it at you. Here, let's cross the street here. Oops. Oops. The cars are coming. I was thinking of doing a segment because I'm always getting these nasty little comments or these, like, little undercut sort of... Hey, there's a Domino's there. One of my favorite pizza places in Toronto. I was thinking of doing a segment of my favorite nasty comments of the week, and perhaps just turning the camera around and just perhaps just giving these people their 10 seconds of fame is all they're worth. Because some of these comments crack me up. Yeah, it's pretty dead, but again, it's Sunday evening, right? Jeez, I feel like a gerbil here. Like I'm back on church. I'm back where I started. Why did I feel like I was walking away from it? I was just walking. I literally just did a full 180 there, and I'm back where I started here, guys. Back where I started. This is 503 Victoria Park to Kingston Road. I don't want that.
503 Kingston Road. Victoria Park.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I feel the same way you are. Like, if I'm not seeing, like, a lot happening, and I don't mind the peaceful walks, but, oh no, duh, I'm over by, St. Michael's Hospital, guys. St. Michael's Hospital. My apologies, guys. So, I haven't done a full 180 here.
Yeah, you see is it in the mirror too?
Okay, here we be. Back over it, young. Let's do this. Let's do this as a zigzag. Ziggy zag. Got a lot of unhoused individuals around this little neck of the woods here. So I got to be mindful of what's going on. Generally, they don't bother civilians. It's only the drug dealers and some people who are trying to conduct business who will jump me for my camera if only they don't want to be identified. I get it. So here we go, and it looks like they're fixing up the sidewalk surrounding St. Michael's Hospital here. Yeah, exactly, Adam. Totally there, John. I don't want to be sucking wind, as it were, if I lose my camera. And I'm just wandering around in a tank top. Now, I thought it was going to be cooler out this evening, but no luck here, guys. No luck here. Pretty peaceful, though. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. That, I don't want to give too much away for the hidden jackpots, and you can check it out whenever you want. You can check it out now if you need, if you like. But I definitely want to check out that movie now, Adam. That movie, I'm sold, man. I'm sold. I want to check out that movie. I got to get over to Yonge here. Walking along Queen on a green light. I mean, I'm not even looking. That guy's look. I'm lucky that guy didn't honk at me, and I would have deserved it. This is where the new station's going up, by the way, I do believe. Look at this. Somebody's singing behind me. I kind of got to talk over him. You know what? I'm going to cut through this Queen Street station if I can. I think they've locked the revolving door, but let's see. Yes, they have. So I will have to open. Yeah, this will be one of the stations, the Ontario line, 15 stations. So this here will be the Queen Station, the new subway line that'll be going from the exhibition grounds all the way up to where the old Science Center building used to be in the city. It's a lot of work doing those videos, Adam. Like, much respect to you. Those are not, like, yeah, they're like, you know, and Travel with Lisa, she does really interesting historical stories as well. They're not easy videos to do, guys. They're not. They're just not easy to do. At times I find live streaming is a hell of a lot more easier than pre-recorded videos, but I enjoy those pre-recorded videos, guys. I'm on the corner of Yonge and Queen, making my way north here. Are you still overseas, the Nature Explorer? So I did briefly catch one of your, I think it went live or something out in, you're in the Middle East? Yeah, good to hear that, eh? Very good to hear that. I know you're really anticipating her return there, Adam. Travel with Lisa. And now that Air Canada and the flight attendants, I think the flight attendants had to suck this one up a bit, guys. I really do. I think they walked away with a pretty shitty deal here. So they are going to, I don't know if you stayed with the news about the Air Canada strike, but they are going to be paying these flight attendants, cabin crew for Air Canada. They will be paying them, but nowhere near the amount of money that they are entitled to, like 100%, right? Like pay me 100%, but they agreed that they're getting, I think it's 40% of their regular wages while they're on the ground boarding passengers. Good to see you first and last. Good to see you first and last. Thank you for joining. I'm walking north on Yonge Street at the Toronto Eaton Center to my left. I generally don't go into the Eaton Center. What is that? Oh, it looks like they're taking down balloons or something silly. And so I started this stream over by St. Lawrence Market. I'm back in downtown. I mean, I did want to start a live somewhere else, but I didn't feel like getting on one of those bikes, those rental bikes that I use to get around the city. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stay around this area of Toronto. And generally at the end of the month, like, I don't know if any of you caught it, but when I first started live streaming, I think it was back in the wintertime. I can't remember what month it was, but I got jumped over by, where was it? Yonge and Wellesley. I remember I was just about to pass the McDonald's or something over there, north of here. And I got jumped by this snake. And then on retrospect of that live stream, hey, how's it going, Randy? I hope everything's okay with your family, sir. I really do. I caught a little bit of out and about with Lizzo. And I do hope everything's okay for you, sir. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I wasn't so much scared as I was pissed, you know, Adam. I'm like, you know, if I'm not bugging you, why are you bugging me? If I'm not bugging you, like, I get it. Stick your nose up my butt if you like. If my anything I do or say is directed at you, but otherwise, bugger off. My camera isn't meant to get you. You're not Beyonce. And when people act like they're a celebrity or any of that when I'm walking by them, it's just like, go away. You're not that important to me. I'm just observing the streets of Toronto as they are right now, and I'd rather you just pickle off. So in any event, apparently I ran into some sort of drug deal, and so you can go back and look. It was on one of my live streams. But so what I figured is, after that event, generally I will not come downtown at the end of a month. So at the end of a month in the city of Toronto, I think I will generally avoid the downtown or any nefarious areas if I do decide to do a live. If only because at the end of the month, a lot of people who have, shall I say, addiction issues get their money, and then they're just like off the charts. Some of them, they're so nasty, and I'd rather just not deal with any of that crap. Here we are at Yonge and Dundas. Hey, how's it going, Robbie? Okay, Randy. Good to hear that. I'm wishing your family all the best, sir. I'm not going to give much more details than that, but wishing you all the best, sir, and thank you so much for joining. Why has everyone got their camera? Oh, well, I'm a good one to talk. Why has everyone got their camera out? No kidding. I have my camera out too. There's something happening here on the corner of Yonge and Dundas. What exactly is happening here that there's so much people? Perhaps they're just standing around. Perhaps they're just standing around. What is this? Beat the high score. Oh, win 300. Oh, that's rigged, guys. So somebody goes and they punch the crap out of that little thing in there. They punch the crap out of that thing there, and then they'll win 300. There you go. Ooh, that guy really nailed it. Oh, I turned my camera around too late. He nailed it. He nailed it. Perhaps he's going to do it again. Let's see. He's going to knock him out. Do it, buddy. TTT. You're done. You're caught. Sorry about that, guys. There is a city sightseeing bus. Well, welcome back, Robbie. Thank you so much for joining. Once upon a city in Toronto, where I live, in Toronto, Canada. I'm on the corner of Yonge and Dundas. That lady's pissed because that guy almost hit her, but the fashion police should get her first, eh? I'm not judging, like, wear whatever you want, but when your shorts are riding up that high, sweetheart, it's just, it's a bit much. It's a bit much, guys. It's a bit much. And she was jaywalking. Hey, welcome, Wing Wing from Vancouver. Yeah, I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that on replay where the guy near hit her. She's like, watch it. You almost hit me. No kidding, stupid. You're jaywalking. You gotta be able to jaywalk like I do. Shall I? Okay, let's do this, guys. Generally, I don't feel this risky, but I did walk Yonge the other day, so let's go walk along Dundas. That guy's having a good nap over there. He's having a good nap. I'd love to go up to Jack Astor's and show you what it looks like from up there. Oh yeah, and by the way, this past weekend, they renamed Yonge Dundas Square to damn it, I'm going to bastardize it. I don't know. Anyways, they renamed the square that Olivia Chow was a part of deciding, and I'm not a fan of the new name. But nonetheless, it's got a new name now, and there was a celebration about the new name yesterday, blah, blah, blah. Thanks, Olivia Chow. Thanks for nothing. Okay, people. I am going to walk along Dundas. Like you rename the square. You rename the square. But nothing's changed about the square, and I'm a nosy little bugger, so I'm going to go over there because I know they had the celebration yesterday. But nothing's changed about the square. It's just given a different name because of all the pushback against anything named Dundas, and they're even thinking of naming... Oh, it's called Sankofa Square, guys. The new Yonge Dundas Square is now going to be called Sankofa Square. Sankofa Square. My apologies if I've said that, pronounced that wrong, guys. But they want to change the name of Dundas subway station as well, which is just here on the corner. And I think it's just the stupidest, most wasteful use of taxpayer money. Olivia Chow, who in the 90s resided inside of a cooperative subsidized building with her husband, Jack Layton, the leader of the NDP. There is the Sam, the record man sign. And Olivia Chow, and a lot of people don't know this, it always astonishes me that people don't research the names they see on the ballot, like for the Toronto mayor. Like, for me, I've known about this for decades, that Olivia Chow's a crook. Sorry, guys. Sorry. She's a crook. She's a crook. She was living in subsidized cooperative housing in Toronto, paying $800 with her husband, who was leader of the NDP, Jack Layton, who has since passed. And I've met the guy. He wasn't a nice guy. I didn't like him. I met him twice. I didn't like the guy. I didn't like him. I don't like his wife, Olivia Chow, mayor of Toronto. In any event, she was living in Toronto, subsidized cooperative housing, paying $800 a month, while her and her hubby were making over $100,000 a year. She was living in subsidized housing, which is a form of housing for low-income people in the city. And she didn't want to move out. It's only because Jack Layton wanted to move out because of all the bad publicity they were getting. Sorry if I'm missing chats, guys. I kind of go on a rant here. But in any event, it's only because of Jack Layton that she took her crooked little butt out of the cooperative housing in Toronto. Otherwise, she would have still lived there. And literally, she is a professional government tit sucker, if I could say that about Olivia Chow, the mayor of Toronto. She's literally a professional tit sucker. She just sucks off the tit of the taxpayer. That's all she's done her whole life, guys. Her whole life. And apparently so has Pierre Poilievre, the re-elected leader of the Conservative Party in Canada. And I agree with some of what he has to say, and I disagree with some of what he has to say. So I'm not really conservative or liberal or any of that bull. Like, I vote with what issues are relevant to me. And welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in. And everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Politics is quite divisive, but I'll go there. These are facts, man. These are facts. I know. And I don't know why people don't look up the mayor of Toronto and have a look for yourself about how crooked she is. I mean, she spent taxpayer money to boot a bunch of unhoused folks out of a park that they weren't bugging anybody in there. They weren't. And in fact, the neighbors, people who live beside St. James Park as well as reside around it, had no issue with these people who were unhoused. So why were the optics so important to her to get rid of these people and to go to the extent to use taxpayer money to get a court order so that they were trespassed from the park? Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah. So, oh man, lucky for you guys, I've lost my train of thought. Anyways, I'm walking along Dundas. I'm walking east, back towards church. Seems to be the anchor for my live stream this evening. Well, like I said, right? Like, we get what we buy, right? Like, you get served what you ordered. So I think everyone has a right to vote for who they want and whatever, right? So when I woke up the next day, I didn't need John Tory telling me that I shouldn't vote for Olivia Chow. And in fact, he put his vote behind somebody else. I think her name was Anna something, but I'd already voted for Anna, if I can be honest. I already had voted for her prior to John Tory even saying, don't vote for Olivia Chow, she's a crook. But in any event, I take John Tory over Olivia Chow any day, and to be fair, I honestly don't know why he left politics. I really don't. Okay, he had an affair on his wife. They've been married for 30, 40 years. They have kids. Yeah, he was banging the intern or whatever that good-looking girl was in his office. And then she left quietly, and he got her. And the only thing I frown upon for John Tory is that he got his lover. He got his lover like a really good job at MSLE, which is a sports coliseum where I don't know, hockey and sports and entertainment and all that. He got her a prime position there, and I guess it was to muzzle her, keep her quiet, right? Anywho, I would have voted for John Tory. I don't care if he had an affair. He's a hell of a lot better politician than she was, and a businessman. And I used to listen to him on CFRB 1010 too. He was a radio host, so really enjoyed that guy. But it's up to everyone, right? Like, even if you vote and you don't research, like, you even have a right not to research who you're voting. So, unfortunately, that's the way the so-called democracy works in Canada. And more, I feel like democracy is really dying. Really is. Like, they give you 2 choices or 3 choices, but they're kind of all the choices are kind of dictated to you. Like, look at this. Greenland is not for sale. I guess that's a swipe at, I don't know. Who would that be attacking? Anybody? Yeah, Layton's dead now. Yeah, he died. He's been gone for a while now. I went by his gravestone a couple of weeks back. I don't know. He's got a big bronze of his head sitting in one of the oldest cemeteries in Toronto. And let me tell you guys, it's not cheap to be buried there. It's not cheap. It's not cheap to be buried in downtown Toronto. For most of us, we'll be lucky if we can afford to be cremated or a burial plot, which will cost you thousands of dollars. Nowhere near the amount of money. Oh, look, there's a Tesla. The ugliest truck driving around the city of Toronto. Yes, exactly, hidden jackpots. Thank you. I think you and Lisa were there. Or Lisa? Travel with Lisa? Yeah, he's buried there. As soon as you enter the cemetery, to your right, it's not a big cemetery. You won't miss his head. It's sitting there on a bronze. And you know, that costs a lot of money, right? That costs a lot of money. His wife put him there, guys. His wife put him there. And that's her right to put him there, right? But for the average Canadian, we'll be lucky if we can find a burial spot or be cremated when the time comes. Because the Canadian government spends about $2,500 each to each Canadian who passes away. That's how much the government gives somebody's family or beneficiary to bury their loved one. And the cost of being buried is just insane. Like, I think I've already told you guys, I want to be aquafied. I want to be turned into water. And that actually is a possibility. Are you a truck? Are you a truck? Ooh, what? But you did a video. If you can call it a truck. Anyways, this whole area here has definitely changed. I'm on the corner of Dundas and Jarvis. And it's definitely becoming very gentrified. So you got these condos here. You got these condos on either side here, but this area here used to be really shady, like very nefarious. And so I'm going to be walking in towards it over at Sherburne and Dundas. What the hell? Let's do this. So, some would say this is like the nefarious part of Toronto. Like, obviously, if you walk into like a drug deal, you probably will get nailed to the proverbial cross, and I hope I don't, but I could. But there's a lot of nefarious people here because this is like one of the poorer areas in the city. There's a number of shelters in this area. And right on the corner here, guys, we have Fillmore's, another historical strip club in Toronto, and a rooming hotel above it. And this place here is going to be turned into a condo. I don't know if they're keeping the bottom of it, preserving it for its historical value. Fillmore's Hotel. And this hotel has been here for a number of years. But they do plan on turning it into a condo, very similar to this benign one across the street. And those two benign ones further down on the corner of Dundas and George Street. Fillmore's. What does it say on the sign? Oh, it says Toronto's Ultimate Gentlemen's Club, #1 for stags and bottle service. Good for them. You have a good evening, Adam. Thank you so much for hopping in. Thank you so much, Adam, for hopping in. Check out at Hidden Jackpots. Really a great ambassador of Niagara Falls and putting out really great content. Good to see you again, Adam. Take care, my friend. Guys, I'm walking along Dundas into what some would say is a very nefarious part of Toronto, Sherburne and Dundas. And yes, I am whispering. Now, I'm going to be playing whack-a-troll here, so I have to kind of zigzag, because I got to keep my eyes open, right? Like, I don't want a snake popping out of the woodwork, although it's not the end of the month yet. And like I said earlier, guys, I generally want to avoid the downtown area at the end of the month, because a lot of people who have some issues get money, and they like to deal with the demons in their head, I guess. And they're like snakes. And generally when people who have addictions, hey, there's George's Barbecue and Delicatessen. Now that's an old spot. George's Barbecue and Delicatessen. Cheers to you too, Adam. Take care. And all this is coming down. Like, they're going to be building a condo here. And at one time, these places here were, I do believe, rooming houses. Because families generally didn't live here. I don't know how quickly they'll be putting that up. One last look at Fillmore's on the corner of George and Dundas. Here comes the 505 Dundas streetcar. Sorry, guys. Dundas streetcar. And I'm making my way to what some would say is the underbelly of Toronto. The underbelly of Toronto. Because poverty. Ooh. I thought those dogs weren't on leashes. So I get a bit paranoid when I see dogs not on leashes. I really do, guys. I really do. It's not just a troll thing. So I'm coming up on the corner of Sherburne and Dundas. Oh, there's a dog there. He didn't bark at me. He barked at the guy on the bike. You got a fence around here now. And you gotta pay to park. I guess people were parking. Yeah, exactly. Hey, how's it going, Sailing Cook George? Good to see you. Definitely eyes wide open, Randy. Definitely 100%. So, let me somehow navigate this little area without getting nailed to the proverbial cross. Let me just stay here for 1 second. Ooh, you know what, guys? I am thinking I should cross the street. Like, every corner is a problem here at Sherburne and Dundas. Every corner is a problem here. But I see some girls who probably could kick my ass. So I'm thinking I'm going to walk back this way and then beeline it. Almost walk right into a car. Beelining it. Damn, my reflexes are fast, guys. My reflexes are fast. I'm going to have to look back at that one, guys. I'm going to have to look back at that one. Because no doubt, I almost got my feet run over. I was born in Toronto, man. It's the only way I can walk along Sherburne and Dundas. In a very casual way, right? Like, I don't want to be too fucking, whatever. Hey, that's the first time I swore, guys. And this is Sherburne and Dundas, guys. One of the most nefarious underbelly corners in Toronto, guys. In Toronto. And I was playing dodge a potential snake and near got hit by a car. So lucky me. This guy's doing a squeegee sort of a thing over there. At least he's doing something, right? Like, at least he's doing something. It ain't too bad out, guys. It ain't too bad out. Like, we got a bunch of unhoused individuals with a number of addiction problems over there. But otherwise, as long as they don't come at me because I am just, looking around, I don't want to screw with their whatever they're doing, right? But I'm going to walk here, guys. I'm going to walk north here on Sherburne. Where's the Parliament? No, I'm still on Sherburne. What did I miss? No, you can't. You cannot carry pepper spray in Canada, and you cannot carry or wear brass knuckles. Brass rails is the name of a strip club, guys. You can wear one of those brass rails if you like, but it's brass knuckles. You cannot wear brass knuckles to defend yourself. And I don't know if you guys have been keeping up to date on local news, but this gentleman out in Lindsay, Ontario, kicked the crap out of an intruder, apparently, but really kicked the crap out of him. I mean, I don't know exactly what transpired, but apparently this guy broke into his home and he lived in a flat above a store. And apparently he near killed the guy. So this guy, he might die.
I thought you were talking to me.
I'm talking to my friend.
I get it.
You have a good evening. So people are crying foul on this gentleman being charged by the Toronto police going by right now. But if you're not familiar with the story, go look it up. Some gentleman kicked the crap out of an intruder in the United States. He would have been shot and killed, and rightly so. But in any event, in Canada, we have rules, guys. We have rules. Oh, he did get stabbed. Oh, he did get stabbed, the intruder. So in Canada, you're only allowed to use as much force as necessary to repel force. So the self-defense law is such that if somebody whacks you with a newspaper or whatever the hell they whack you with. So somebody whacks you with a spoon, you're only allowed to whack them with a spoon. If somebody whacks you with a bat, I guess you could whack them back with a bat, right? So it's got to be force for force. Oh, no, it's not Yonge and Sherbourne. It's Sherbourne and... Well, I just went to Sherbourne and Dundas. Why? Because I felt like it. Why am I walking here? Because I chose to. So in any event, you're only allowed to use as much force as necessary. But if you have the ability to avoid a confrontation, the criminal code says that you have to try to avoid the confrontation as best as you can. So if you are confronted by somebody at your front door and you have the ability to run out your back door, but then you then decide to go and slam them into their next life, then more than likely you're using excessive force. Because the cops will come in and say, but you could have walked out your back door, sir, so why are you going to your front door? But the laws in the United States are much, much different than Canada. This water thing's open. Guys, I'm going to zigzag across the street again. So, there you go, guys. There you go. There's your legal lesson for the day, brought to you by Once Upon a City. Always on top of legal ramifications. Oh, really, Roy? Good to see you, Roy. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me, like, people getting ruled for pizza and that. And even still, like, you have the occasional problems. Some guy's riding the snake here. Riding a snake here, guys. Riding a snake here. He is not having a good day. How about I go back here, guys? I don't want to have any issues. Hey, George. Good to see you, my friend. George Howard from Chicago. Thank you so much for hopping in. There is a snake up ahead, guys. So I have to go back to the water. The water. I don't know what they're building here, but this used to be a home that was on YouTube where people would do very nefarious things. It's now gone, and it looks as though they're going to be building a condo here. That guy is lost in the sauce this evening. The dogs are... Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? That guy's gonna nail him with the dogs. That might be enough of a distraction for me to walk. Like, that guy was letting the dogs go at him, so... Sometimes it actually helps to have a dog, eh? Maybe the dogs will go back so I can cut through here. Anywho. How about I end this stream here, guys? How about I end this stream here? Better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry. And it is Sunday evening, and a lot of us have to get ready for the work week. The last week before kids go back to school, and the fall is on its way. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you guys so much for hopping in on this live stream Sunday evening in the city. I don't know. I can't. I always, you know what? Always go with your instincts, because if you don't, you get your face smashed into a concrete wall. That's all I'm saying. So thank you guys so much for hopping in on this live stream. Everybody have a good week. I may or may not be returning to the X this week. I haven't decided yet, but you may see me this week at the X again, perhaps. So everybody have a good evening and take care. Have a good week. Thank you so much, George, Dave, Roy, Nature Explorer, Hidden Jackpots, who was here earlier, Randy Ruck, thank you so much. And Steven, you were first in the chat tonight. Brad, John Smith, Sailing Cook George. And if I missed you, Anne, I missed you, Anne. Anne Garvey, good to see you, Anne. And everybody else, you guys have a good evening. You guys have a good evening and take care. Perhaps I'll see you this week, guys. Definitely I see you guys as much as I can on Friday evenings, because that's the time I really like to go live. But you might see me earlier than that. Fingers crossed. I might be back at the X this week, guys. Everybody have a good week, a good night. Take care, everybody.